So let's talk about which sectors in India present the best opportunities for investors from the UK. First and foremost, I would talk about the defense, manufacturing, and aviation sector. Now, the synergy in this sector is obvious, with India being the largest importer of defense hardware in the world, and UK's defense and aerospace sector being among the top three in the world. Pharma and biotech, I would say, is another sector that presents great opportunities. India is a significant player in the supply value chain in the sector, not only because it is a manufacturing hub, but also because it is one of the largest consumers of pharmaceuticals. Certain marquee British names are already there in the market, but that could actually lay a very good foundation for more expansion in this area or in this sector. Automobile and automobile components is another sector. Uh, just to take some figures, India is the seventh largest auto producer in the world, third largest auto market in the world. With the Indian economy growing at the rate it is growing, and coupled with that, uh, the growing middle class of India, this sector is going to see a surge in demand in the years to come. The next sector I would talk about is infrastructure. Now, the growth story of India, if it has to be successful, it needs large investments in the infrastructure sector. It needs roads, railways, bridges, buildings, whatever you have in the infrastructure side. The immediate need of India is about 1 trillion US dollars. And I think UK's world class infrastructure companies can actually play a very important role and take a big share in this pie. Uh, this by no means is an exhaustive list of sectors, but what our research and analysis would present as the top four sectors. But there are many other sectors that could be looked into. I would summarize what I've spoken today by saying that India can also be a gateway to UK for doing business in Asia or giving access to other Asian countries, and vice versa, where uh, India can use UK as a gateway for access into other European countries. This said, we must also be cognizant of the fact that India is a growing economy. A growing economy has its own challenges. Therefore, any investor that looks into India needs to be a bit careful of the risks that an emerging economy has, or it's inherent to it. Uh, so, understanding the cultural needs of the country, evaluating and finding the right partner, doing thorough diligence on the business deals is something that I would strongly recommend to any UK investor looking into investments in India. On the economy front, India has been projected as the fastest growing economy second year running by the International Monetary Fund, um, growing at a rate of 7.3%, which is significantly more than the global growth rate of 3.4%. So, in short, India is a pocket of growth during these challenging times that the globe is facing. So let's talk about what does this bring to the table for potential investors in the UK. I think both the countries are naturally aligned since they share history, have similar ideals, and are based on strong democratic principles. Talking some statistics, India is the third largest investor in the UK in terms of number of projects. UK as a G20 member has been a 9% contributor to the overall foreign direct investments in India since 2000. The recent government to government contact has actually led to trade agreements worth $14 billion being signed. So it's a win win situation for both countries, and I'm sure both the governments see tremendous potential in taking the relationships forward.